Hello, hello! I'm back. This is Pauline from Pauline Art Stuff. And for this part, we're gonna finish this page because we started it last time. And I just had a break. I had some food and a little bit of cuddly time with my cat. And now I'm gonna continue. So I did decide to film it on the same day, but I will upload it in two parts, one day after the other. And today we're gonna see it finished. So yeah, we'll continue where we left off. So I will start on the top left again, and that's number 0, which is skin tone 17. So that's where we're gonna start. I'm first gonna wet my tissue for cleaning. So I got that ready. Let me make it wet. There we go. That's wet enough. Okay. Drying my fingers. Number 17, skin tone. Let's see. This one. Yes. And it's stuck. Great beginning. Yeah. Come on. It's really stuck. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna make noise. Yes, that's the trick. All right, and we're off. Sometimes they're really difficult to make the ball roll like this one. So it's probably going to be really overflowing, but it's all right. Yes. No, not really. But it is dirty. So let's clean it. Just a tiny bit. Not too much. See, it's really clean. There we go. Let's swatch it on my paper. And it's actually working quite well. Let's pump it one time. Yeah. Alright. And this is for number 0. So that's on his ear, I think. Yeah, his eyebrow and his nose, above his nose. Alright. Let's start. Let's hope we can finish this in another 2 hours. So I'm not sure if I can. Let's see. There's a number 9. Let me put my glasses straight, because otherwise I can't tell what I'm doing. It was hanging halfway down my nose for some reason. It's not how you're supposed to wear your glasses. It's probably because I was bending down, then it sometimes drops down. Because it's made of plastic, it becomes slippery when I'm a little bit sweaty. So yeah, it happens. Like, this is the material, you see, it's totally made of some kind of flat material. So if you're sweaty, it slides over your nose. And I was a little bit sweaty because I was moving a lot in the kitchen. So that's probably the reason. But I'm okay now. Number 0 over here. So yeah, I had a really nice dinner. I ate some fries and a hamburger. I just felt like it. I was like, yeah, it's weekend, let's do it. I don't eat that a lot. That's like my, that's a meal that my body can't handle that well. So I get sick if I eat too much fatty food. So I had just a tiny bit of fries and a hamburger with some bread. So I probably will be hungry again in after I'm done with this. So yeah, I know that. But then I will eat something healthy. Maybe a sandwich with cheese or whatever I have. I'm not sure what I've bought this week. I bought quite a lot of toppers for my sandwiches, so I've got choice. That's good. I like having choice. Yeah, this looks quite alright. Not too bad. What color should this be? There's no number in it. That's strange. Let me look at the back. Number, what is it? 45. This one. Oh, that's because it's his teeth. It's supposed to be white. All right. So that's not his. Oh, this is his chin. That's why. All right. Just looking in the wrong spot for his chin. Getting confused. That's his tooth. One big one. I love this picture already. So yeah, let me know if you enjoy this kind of color along with my Disney mystery books. Because I know some people just like to have like a speed painting and then see the end result. So if some of you like this, I might do it again. And if you don't, then this will be my first and my last probably that I will film. I might film like some flip throughs when I'm further done with the book, when I'm like 25% done or 50%. But that will take time, you know. But yeah, if you do like this kind of video, please let me know. Then I might do that like once a month or so, you know. Make it a regular thing. But if you don't, that's also alright. I will still color them. Then I will just not film. I think that was everything with this coat. Let's clean it up. And there we go. And close it up. Alright. Next up is number 9, which is skin tone 18. And that's this one. Yes. And it's rolling immediately. This is probably a color I use a lot, if that's the case. Let me check one more time. 9, 18, yes. Got the right one. Alright, that was enough shaking. And this one is overflowing, as you can tell. So that I put it down there and I turn it like that to wipe it off. And then for the top part, that's a bit like clunky and dried up from last time. I will put it on the wet point, on the wet spot on the towel. As you can see, it really sucks up, and then you have no more dried up pieces on it. So let's see if it works. It works immediately. Good, so no priming needed. Alright, number 9. It's all the way on top. Every time I think, what's this? But that's my note. Which pages I want to do this month. It's annoying me. Let me take it off. There we go. I don't know why, but it was annoying me. Is that everything with number 9? Seriously? It is. It seems like it is. Well, in that case, we can clean it up again. That was, well, at least it's primed again and ready for the next use. Alright, where's that hole? I'm getting, where is it? Number 18. Oh, here. I got them all in like these marker holders, and they all have their own hole, but I couldn't tell where I had to put it back. Alright, number 1 is black. This is black. All this is black. All this. All black. There's number 4 on his eye, which is the light blue. And I saw that I used blue purple 1. And it's shaking. Yes. Awesome. Let's do that one. There's not much of it. There's only some in his eye and a little bit in her eye over there. That's all it has for this color. And it's a little bit dirty. Not sure if you can tell. Yes. So let's clean that up. That's just from drying up, you know, after you close the cap, there's always some paint coming out, and that dries up on the tip. And by cleaning it up, it becomes a lot smoother for using it. So yeah, I as you can see, I take a lot of time cleaning them up, but it makes it easier to work with. It needs some priming. Yes, perfect. Nice soft blue. That's this one, blue purple one from the blue purple series. And we're only doing a tiny little bit with it. But it's nice and juicy, this color. Beautiful color. I like it. And some on her eye. Oh, I didn't know I needed to do a little bit more. I might end up going over it with the black again, because this one is not that... No, it's not that bad. I was afraid I might go over the black too much. But it's not that bad. Sometimes difficult to be precise. But yeah, I think it looks alright. There we go. That was everything, I believe. So let's clean it up again. And close the lid. And the cap on it. There we go. Next is number 7, but then let's skip that one for now, because this is still drying. Let's do number 2 on his jacket, which is Essential 14. All the way over there. Oh, I had to reach for it. It's a nice bright blue, and it's not shaking. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got it now. Yes. I felt it coming loose, the ball. Yes, there we go. It looks really clean. That's good. So no cleaning needed for this one. Can immediately do this. Oh yes, it looks perfectly fine. So we can immediately start using it. I'm gonna turn my book 90 degrees for a better use of my hand. Like this. No, like this, please. Stay. Yeah. All the way up till this part. This is all number 1. And above it is number 2. Nice big chunk, and it's not flowing, so let me prime it a little bit more. There we go. It's nice and juicy now. I'm also less shaky now that I've eaten. I might have had a low blood sugar before, maybe. My metabolism is pretty quick, so I have to eat regularly, like every 2 to 3 hours at least, or else I faint. So yeah, that's probably what was happening. It was 6 o'clock when I prepared my food, and now it's just after 7 in the evening. I had an hour break. I chatted a little bit with my sister on WhatsApp. She was trying to do some cross stitch on her stamped cross stitch kit that she bought recently, and she was so happy to start it, but then her cat started to play Mrs. Terrorist, so I call it Mrs. Monster. She just wanted something, but my sister didn't know what. It ended up that she wanted to play a little bit, and that was it. Then everything was fine again. But yeah, it stressed my sister out. I don't like it when she's stressed out. I feel bad for her. She was already really stressed out the last few weeks because she got a new kitchen, so it was a big mess. But yes, at least she now has a usable kitchen. It's not completely done just yet, but almost, and it's really pretty. Totally worth it, but yeah, it's always a lot of trouble to go through stuff like that. But yeah, it's almost done. Almost. I really like this combination with the light blue and the dark blue. It's pretty. Much prettier than those two really dark shades. This is like almost blue black, you know, and then this one was supposed to be that one. Like, no thank you. It's way too dark. I don't like it. That's why I usually choose colors that are a little bit lighter. But I have to tell you that not all the books have this printing issue where the colors appear a lot darker in the back. Not all of them have it. So to make sure that yours doesn't, you can look at the flip throughs on YouTube. So you can see if they are printed really dark, because sometimes also the lines are really dark, and with others they are really faint. So if that's something that bothers you, you can check that out before buying them. Because next time, if I have to pick one again, I will most certainly do so myself. I will check if they are like printed really dark, because it's always not really like difficult or something, but it just takes up time that I rather spend on coloring the actual page, you know. There's number 3 again. I forgot that part. We will go in after this. We will finish this color and then we go back for it. But yeah, I don't like it when I have to really adjust the colors a lot, like in this one. If it's just like everything has to be a shade lighter, that's easy, you know. You pick them a little bit lighter and done. But for this one, I really needed to change some, especially your skin. Like, what is this, you know? Like, why is it this? Orange and a really dark red. Like, who made that up? It's not really a skin color, especially not for Belle. That's the only complaint I have with this book. That the printing is of the pictures is really not stable. Like, one is really dark, the other is fine. Like the Dumbo page I showed you in the last video was fine. Could have also picked that one, but I wanted to do Beauty and the Beast, because I love Beauty and the Beast. Come on. Let me switch it all the way down. Yes, that's much easier. There we go. I'm gonna prime it a little bit because it's getting a bit dry. Yes, there we go. It's flowing again. If it isn't flowing enough and you keep doing this on the same spot, you can actually rip the paper, because this tip is really made of plastic. I can show you. I've got it in my drawer, like the new ones. Like, see, it's like a really tough plastic. See? That's what it is. That's what goes in it. And yeah, that really can destroy the paper when it gets wet of the paint and you keep scratching it. So only go over it like this a few times and then move on. Let it dry. If it's not correct or not well covered, go back after it dried, you know. Don't go in immediately, because you will ruin the paper if you're not careful. I've done that once by accident because I had no idea that was possible. But now I know, so I'll keep that in mind, that if I color a piece, I leave it alone for a while until it dried up, in case it needs a little bit more. Number 2, this is all number 2, yes, all number 2, all the way up till here. Oh, that's her finger. Ah, I see. This is her fingertip. Gorgeous. I really like these bright colors on this in this book. I know some people do this with colored pencils. That takes forever, because you want to really blend it, you know, and polish it, because otherwise you'll see not the colors, the numbers underneath it, and that's why you really want to do a lot of layers or blending, whatever, you know, smoothing it out. But it is doable. If you really don't want to go into acrylic markers, you can also do it with colored pencils. I know Bruno, which is also a French YouTuber, Bruno Art Gallery or something. I'm not sure. If you search for Bruno in combination with Coloriages Mystère, like the French name of this, which is on the cover, let me show you. It is like that, Coloriages Mystère. If you type that in YouTube with the name Bruno, he pops up. He's like the channel that shows off everything Disney, Hachette Heroes. But yeah, he speaks French. Keep that in mind. But he has also a lot of flip-throughs of these books. Let me prime it again. And he colors his pages with colored pencils. He also has a video of about a year old in which he shows the options with which you can color these pages. So he shows like pencils, paint pens, I believe some gel pens. I'm not sure exactly. That's been a while ago. But I know he has a video with that. And he has subtitles that you can put on. So if you don't understand any French, that's the way to go. I know some French, but he talks pretty fast. So I usually listen to it and then I pick up like half of it. And then I rewatch it again with subtitles. But for a longer video, I don't like doing that. Only for his unboxings or flip-throughs, I like to listen to see if I understand. But it can be difficult because he talks really fast. But he's a nice personality. He has been doing it for many years. And he gets also the newest books that they put out. He knows it, you know, before everyone else. And he gets these packages from the company. And then you get like a sneak peek of the flip through of the new books. So you can already see if there's something you like, you know, in case you're ready to buy a new book. But I just like watching them, even though I'm not going to buy any until my book is complete. I just love watching those flip throughs and the unboxings he does. Number 2. Yeah, there's more over here. Yes, you can see this. I actually found his channel because I was looking for flip throughs of the books. And he was really like the one that showed the most flip throughs of the most books on his channel. So yeah, that's why I still watch him up till now. So yeah. I know that for some people it's annoying if it's another language than English. But to me, that's not a big deal. You know, you can just only watch. You don't have to understand what he's saying in order to look at the flip through. You can even mute him if you like, if you really don't like it. He usually puts some music behind it when he has the flip throughs. So it's not only talking. Only in the beginning of his videos he usually has a little bit that he talks. And then he goes into the when it comes out, how much it cost, how many pages, and then he shows the pages. It's really organized. He really puts effort in it to show you everything. Any more 2? I don't think so. No, I think that was it for number 2. Okay, let me clean this. And then we switch to number 3 for the part that I missed. Such a beautiful blue. There we go. And then that was number 14. And the other one is number 3, the Blue Purple 7, which is this lovely one. It's still probably all right because we just used it about an hour ago. I'm still gonna shake it a little bit. Let's check it. No, it's still really clean. See? Perfect. So we don't need to clean it, but we are gonna test it out. See if it's still juicy enough. It is. So I'm gonna use it on this part. Let me put my hand here. Don't want to smear what I just put down. To be a little bit careful. I wasn't realizing that this went on for so far, you know. Otherwise I would have done this earlier. But I don't like switching between colors because then you have to clean again and la la la. It's a bit of a hassle if you are switching from color to color frequently. So yeah. But as you can tell, this goes pretty smooth. It's not difficult at all. There's some more number 3 over here on his sleeve. There's also people that like to color the edge and this part totally black once it's done, so then you can't see this anymore, and they do it all around the page. But I don't like doing that. I like to see the colors on the bottom, and I just leave the written numbers there. Maybe once I finish the book I might remove it because it's all written in pencil, but maybe I don't. It just means it's well loved. You know, it's just part of the book. It's still nice to flip through even if it's there. But yeah, everybody has his preference of what to do in these books. I've done some in my other book with pencils. I tried the Ohuhu, Alava. They're horrible in these books. Don't use them in your princess or in your mystery Disney books. Their paper is not suitable for that pencil. It's just really crummy, and it's as if it's like falling apart almost. Like you really have to press hard, and there's not much to show for it. It can be done, but there's a lot of junk. So keep that in mind if you want to use those pencils in here. Faber-Castell Polychrome does work really well in this book, and it had lovely results. So yeah, let's do her fingers, and that's A. Earth tone 22. A, yeah. Earth tone 22. Is that this one? Yes, Earth 22. Okay, and it's not. Come on. Yes, there it goes. There's some dried up bits lying on top of it sometimes. You can easily remove them once it's dry. This is a little bit of dried up paint, so I'm gonna clean that up. Just like that, and then I'm gonna press it, clean it one more time because I pressed it by accident in blue. Whoopsie. Yeah, that happens sometimes. And it's dry, as you can tell. There's nothing coming off. So press it, slowly release it. And look, beautiful. That's all it needs. If it's already primed, the first time once they're new, you might have to do that like 4 times or something. But don't do it like boom, 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 boom. Do it like press, slowly release. Press, slowly release. And then you can really see the ink coming, or the paint coming up. You can really see it fill up. 22, number A. Okay, letter A. It's her fingers. Yes. All right. Checking if I'm doing the right thing. Don't want to mess it up. So I know a lot of people that love these kind of mystery books and love to color them. And some people don't like them at all, which I can understand. You either love it or you hate it. And my cat is waking up. No, Spooky, no. Yeah, she's meowing. She might pop up in a little while, but I hope she won't walk over the page because it's wet paint, and then she will have it all over her paws, and I'll have to clean them. It happened once that she walked over a page like this, and it was red paint. So yeah, you can imagine what a mess it was. No, Spooky, no. Hold up, I'm gonna quickly close this. No, please move. Go. Yeah, go. Thank you. Okay. And she's gone again. Yeah, she just wants to be close to me. She might end up sitting left of me because there's space there. I made sure to make a spot for her, but she wants to lay on the right, and that's where all my cleaning stuff and my bottle of water, everything lies, you know, because that's easier for me. That's also where my acrylic markers are, in their trays. So yeah, it would be easier if she lays on the left. We will see if she does. My previous cat, he was like a big orange cat, and he used to lay on my lap like the entire day while coloring, while eating, while playing. He was always with me. He followed me everywhere, even underneath the shower. He just walked underneath it like la 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 la. He was like he didn't act like a cat, you know. He loved water. Not sure why, but he loved it. Yeah, he was a sweetheart, but he died about 1.5 years ago. A little bit longer than that, I believe. And I got this one about a year ago, in May last year. She's so adorable, but totally different. She's really, she doesn't like to sit on my lap. She's more like, I'm walking by and you can cuddle me, and then it's okay. But don't pick me up and don't hug me as if I'm a baby. I don't like that. That's what she says. So yeah, I really had to get used to that in the beginning. But on the bed, she's really cuddly. She comes lay next to me. She's really calm. She has a really soft meow. It just took me some time to get used to it. Not having a cuddly cat anymore. But yeah, every cat has its own character. And this one is like a little princess. She has like a, she doesn't really walk. She's more like a ballerina, tipping on her toes like la la la, jumping around. It's really a princess move. She's really clean as well. Really small compared to my other cat. He was huge. He was really big. She can fit in him like at least 2 times, at least. She's everybody thinks that she's like a small cat of just a few months old, but she's actually already 6 years old. So yeah, she's just small. I usually adopt cats because it's really scary for me to let a kitten grow up in my house with my electric wheelchair and such. She also had to really get adjusted to it at the beginning because it was really scary. So in the first month, I was actually sitting in my manual wheelchair, and I only press the button for it to go on, because then it's like a really, well, obvious noise that it goes on, like bleep bleep, and that scared her already, you know. So that's what I only did for the first few days, and then once she got used to that, I moved it a little bit, just like half a meter, and then stopped and put it off again. And that's how I went on from that point until I, well, climbed into it and started driving around. And then she had to get used to not walking in front of it. But now she's completely used to it. She even dares to walk beside me when I'm driving it, which can be scary at times because sometimes it's a bit close, you know, to the wheels. But yeah, she knows what she's doing. She even sometimes stops and looks back like, "Are you coming, Mommy? I'm waiting for you." It's really cute. Wildflower 8. Yeah. Number 8. Oh, is that this one? Yes. Alright, that's for the bee. That's also on her hair. It's on his sleeve and on her hair jewelry. I love that in the movie, this hairstyle. Much better than the ribbon that she has in the beginning. There we go. Release the air. And it's a bit dry. Yes. And there's hairs on it. Alright, no more hairs. That's the same color as her. That I didn't see that while doing her hand. Funny. It's the exact same color as her glove. I just didn't see it when I colored the glove. That happens. That you miss parts. Happens all the time. And the same as here. There's number 8 and number 9 that we did over there. Like, okay, I missed a part. We'll go in later after we've done this part. Lovely. It looks so much better. Let me go over that line. I want a little bit more. Okay. Wipe it off. And close it. This is number 1. Number 1. This is her dress. Number C. Let's do number 4. That's the blue again. Oh, that was the one in her eye. There's also some here on his sleeve. We already shaked it before, so I don't have to shake it too much. Cleaning it up. Venting and swatching. It becomes a routine that you shake it, vent the air out of it, swatch it or clean it, and then start coloring. It becomes really easy at some point when you get used to it. It's like a habit then, you know, and no more thinking. Number 8, that's Earth Tone 18 for the beast, because it's the beast again. Skin, wrong one. Number 18, Earth, yes. That's for his skin. Oh, that's the really juicy one. Oh my goodness. This whole pen is juicy every single time. Just doesn't stop flowing. And so I'll have to work quickly. This is exactly what I mean. Some colors are just really runny and wet, while others are really dry. I think it's just the color that is more stable than others, and That's why it's probably like this, because it's not like I'm doing anything different than any other color. It's just the consistency of the paint. Number 9, skin tone 18. That's this one, the one I just picked. Yeah, it is what it is. But it can give trouble when you have to color really small areas. So if that's the case, sometimes you have to pick another color instead. Most of the times it's fine, but not all the time. This one is pretty big, the parts that you have to color, but in other books it can be really small. Then even this tip is too big already, you know, so you can't really color it that well. You might have to even use gel pens instead. There are people that do that on all of these with gel pens. I would never do this with gel pens, no way. It's too much. Let's do her sleeves. Number C, Wildflower 7. This is lovely light color. I'm gonna swap it 19 degrees again, because this is still wet. I don't want to put my hand in it. Yeah, there's some dried up. I'm gonna re-wet my paper and do this, because this is still wet, so I can still clean it, but I'm gonna just use the other side, just like that. It's still dried up junk on it. Alrighty, done. Pumping it again. Yes, you saw the difference. I'm not sure if you can tell. Yeah, now you can see. This was really not wet, and now it is. That's when you know it's ready to use. Alrighty. Ja, lieverd. Wat is je spook? Ja, lieverd. I'm not sure if you could hear that. She meowed pretty loud. It's cute. I think she might want a cuddle or two. She knows that we just had some cuddly time. But you still want more, little one? Yeah, lieverd. She's sweet. Probably just cuddling her a little bit like this is probably enough to keep her busy. Yeah? Yeah, I think that was... she's probably gonna jump up, but we will see. If she does, then so be it. Yes, I'll see, yes. Not on that side, please. Yeah, the wrong side, baby. Nee, go. Please go. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, I'm in screen. Just checking to make sure. Because I've got my phone stand on a different height, so I'm gonna have to get used to it. But I think this is better for seeing what I'm doing than having the zoomed out view. And now I can also look at the screen from my chair, which I couldn't do before, which is also a plus. Now I can check for how long I'm recording, if it is still recording, if I'm in view. Oh, I learn it bit by bit. This is at least now I've got a phone stand, because before I didn't have one, and I just plugged it on top of a Copic case with my kneaded eraser, which was like a tower, the Tower of Domino? No. What's that? The Tower of Pisa. Yeah, that one. Like as if it's almost falling down. That's what it was before this, so I'm already upgraded from that. That was really not handy. Let me see, that's black. At least it seems like it is. This is all the same color. Like this. Yeah, all of this is the same color. For a color this light, you might have to do 2 coats if you want it completely covered. But I think I should be fine with just one. It's covering pretty well. But if you think it's not enough, go for it again. It's also personal taste. If I want a lot of flow, I usually just pump it once quickly on the side to fill up this area, for instance, really quickly. Then I do it on purpose, pumping it. But usually I don't want to, because then there's a lot of paint coming out. But for big parts like this, yes, it's handy. I bought a lot of stamped cross-stitch kits, including the one that my sister is working on, the squirrels. She's working on 3 little squirrels in a tree. I believe it's an AI picture, but it's really cute. She bought that one, and I bought ones with a little girl with her dog and her squirrel. I love them, but they're all stamped kits, pre-stamped. They're really good for when I'm not feeling too well, so that I can still stitch. And there we go. That's that one. I think that was all the yellow. Let's see, this is background. His nose. That's the only small part that we've got left. But I believe that his nose was the same one as her hair. Yeah, that's probably too light. Let me check. Hair tone 15. Is it this one? Yes. Let me check. I'm not gonna wipe it. I just want to check it. Yeah, it's this one. That should be fine. Let's do it. The really juicy one is this probably. Alright. Let's do his nose. That's alright as a nose color. Not too bad. I don't mind his nose being a bit red-brown instead of brown-black. This looks fine. A little bit of warmth on his nose. There we go. And now we only have the background. Oh no, his eye. We still have this eye to do. There's a number 3 in it. Okay, and then after that we only have the background. Okay, number 3. That's blue purple 7. The same on his jacket, that one. Oh, spitting on my... oh, look at that. I made a mess of myself. Probably because I turned this around, like touching it like that. It's fine. I'll wash my hands afterwards. No problem. And there we go. Wiping it again. And then we'll pick the background color, which is F. And we picked out a orangey tone, I believe. Wildflower 11. Let's see if I like that in combination with what I have now. Because if I don't, I can still change it up. This one. Oh, there it went. You could hear it coming loose. It's a really warm orange tone. Because it's the panels in the ballroom. What's in the back in this picture. So I think this should be fine, you know. But look. Yeah, if I put that next to this. Is that nice? No, I think it would be fine for this one. Let's just go for it. So let's start at the bottom. And then we work all the way around in that part. Just follow where we are at. Let me move you in frame. That's also a thing. I think this would look lovely because brown on the back is no. For this scene you need a bright color, like in the movie. In the movie you've got panels that are like the gold look, and you also have got some panels that are more like a peachy pink, a salmon pink. But I'm not sure if a salmon pink would look nice with this, because it's just one flat piece of color, you know. And maybe it would have looked nice, but I like this really warm gold better for this particular setup. Let's turn it this way. It's a bit difficult. Oh, that's not the one more. I thought that was already the line, but we needed a little bit more. These lines are a lot thinner than the ones over there on his jacket. Are really big and clunky, and these are much thinner on her. If they would just make all of them this thin, it would be much prettier. Which they have in the princess book. They're a lot smaller lines as well. Thinner lines, I should say, not smaller, thinner. You can now really hear the tip scratching because of the way the paper lies down. If I do it like this, you hear it much less, because there's less friction. Yes. That had me thinking that line, like what is going on, but it's just a line that needs to be black. On the sides I'm just making like these straight strokes, and I just do that a couple of times so that it's nice and thick, so it's easier to fill in afterwards, just like I did in the first video. And it's a lot easier to fill it up without going over the line on the sides, because if I only do this I will still be having difficulty over there. So instead I do a couple of lines, and my paint pen is clogging up. Let's clean it up a little bit. Some colors just have that issue, that they clog up easier than others. You can also see the limps of paint that were a little bit dry on the paper. It just happens. You can wipe that off after it's dry. You can like do this and it just comes off. That's not really an issue. You shouldn't do it while the paint is wet, because then you ruin your page. But once it's dry, you can easily get it off, the big clunks on top. If I hold it like more like this, more flatter to the paper, it sometimes is also easier to get big parts done with this small tip. Just like with pencils, but then a little bit different, but it does work. Because you've got more surface, as you can see. That's what I mean. But the closer you get to the middle, you can't do that movement anymore, because you don't have the right angle. That's the only difficult part, doing it this way. Then I should turn the book all the way around and do it like that. Then it would work, but I'm stubborn. I want to work like this. It still works, as you can tell. It's still filling up nicely. Yep, it's all this color. No more black on this part. But this is why I think it's a panel, because of those lines. I might be wrong, but I think it is. The wall in the ballroom, in between the windows. I've seen that I had a lot of new subscribers, like a lot. And I was a bit surprised that it went so fast. At first I was like, oh, 100, that's a lot, you know. And then a few days later, oh yeah, now you've got 200 plus. Like, oh, it's funny how fast it goes. I didn't expect it to go that fast. But thank you for all the sweet comments that you're leaving on my videos. I really appreciate it. I like hearing from you. And I will do my best to reply. if you do make a comment, because I do read all of them, but sometimes I forget to reply. It's not working really well. Come on. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but she's playing in the background. If you do, it's only for a few minutes. She will be done soon. She doesn't play much longer than a few minutes at a time. It's funny. She's got like these wooden pressed pellets inside her poo-poo bin, let's call it that, her toilet. And sometimes after she's done, she kicks one out of the bin, and then it comes on the ground, and she can play with it. She really likes doing that. You see a little bit scratchy over here. Let me fix that. Okay, let's turn around. There we go. Upside down. Let's continue. It's looking so lovely already. I like how it gets together, you know, the further you go, how the picture just becomes more visible. Especially once you've got all the color down, and then you only need to add in the black. That's when it really comes to life, like this part with her eye. It looks perfect once you add that in. Oh, there's another line over here. Okay, in that case, I should do this first, so I know where to stop. And another one here, it seems. Yeah. Alrighty, she spoke. I hope she's not gonna jump up, because it's not safe. She's a bit busy today. Usually she just goes to sleep while I do this, but now she's awake. Maybe because I already did some coloring before dinner and talking. Usually I'm quiet in the late afternoon, and in the morning I talk. So she's like, why are you talking again? She will get used to it. I'm still trying to find my my best times to record, what I like, what I don't like. How many times a week do I want to upload, or do I want to do one video a week? What do I like, you know? I'm not sure yet, so I'm just doing whatever I feel like right now. Whenever I feel like it, I'll just record something. And I don't think too much about it, but I just let my feeling guide me. And that's probably how I will keep continuing to do it. Unless it's too tiring, then I might tone it down a little bit and do less recording. But that's something I only know if I do it. So yeah, those first few color alongs videos were a little bit too much in a short time for me. So that's too much. So maybe one a week could work, but maybe 2 tops. But more than that is probably too much for my body. But yeah, I'll have to just try it out. Trial and error. And once I find what I like, I can make... I have more of an idea of how much I could show you and what I might want to show you, because those double page spreads are really nice, but they take up a lot of time, and I'm not sure if I like that for videos, because then it immediately becomes like a 4, 5, 6 part video, you know. meaning you already have to make 6 videos. At least to me that is. That's how it works. So I'm not sure if I like doing those on screen, but maybe I still will, but I will limit myself to do like one every once and so often. But yeah, I'll just have to see. It also depends on how I feel, of course. If I'm not up for it physically, then yeah, of course I'm not going to do a big project. But if I feel alright, I can still tackle one. You'll see. I first want to finish my pirate page. That's my goal for hopefully next week. We'll see how fast that goes. But yeah, I'm already taking a long time with that page, and it's mainly because it goes slower. 1, because I'm recording, and 2, because the paper is difficult with my pencils. So it's more of a thinking process and a struggle here and there. So it just takes longer because I have to be careful not to ruin the paper by pressing too hard. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame that's how it is in that book. In Noko Neko. That's the book I'm talking about. I'll still finish the page, but it will be a little bit more difficult for me. So I'll take breaks when needed, as I just did. And to have a little bit of break from coloring that, I decided to do something else today. So yeah, that's this. The something else for my Disney lovers out there. I love Disney. That's his tooth again. Now I remember, because I looked it up. It does happen sometimes that I forget to print a number or a letter in it, and it does need a color. It does happen. Not very often, but it does happen. I've had one mistake once, and I've colored about maybe 15 pages in total out of my 2 books. So yeah, that was a bit of a wasn't too difficult to find out what it should be, but yeah, it was just a printing error. They just forgot the number. Can happen. At least it's not a mistake that will ruin your page, you know. So yeah, it's fine. Now, come on, ink. Yes, there it comes. The paint is flowing. It wouldn't want to come out that quickly before when I pumped it. Needed a little bit more of a push to have these nice big strokes with lots of paint. You need a high flow to do this, otherwise this doesn't work with the small tip. That's why I pressed it a few more times. But I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I'm getting to the part where there are more lines. Okay, let me turn it again. I'm not sure if that also needs to be colored. Let me check in the back. Yes, that also needs to be colored black. Okay, good that I checked. So now I know that this shouldn't be colored in this part. Okay, that's stuck for now. Let's let that dry. What is it? Oh, really great. Yes. Mommy is busy. Yes. Klein boef? Nee? Ja? Ja, kom maar. Ga maar liggen. Nee, liggen, AUB. Nee. She wants to walk on top of the page. I'm trying to teach her to lay down, but I'm not winning yet. I'm not winning that fight. Not really a fight, but you know what I mean. I just keep trying. Maybe eventually she will get that she can just lay down and have some cuddles. But for now, it's not really working just yet. I'll keep trying. Is that also... Oh my goodness, did I color that in? No, there's F in it. No, I'm doing it okay. Alright. Phew. I thought I messed it up. But no, it's an F inside that part. It's also all F. I think everything else is just filled in. So that's the last part we have to fill in with the color, and then we can add in all the black. So yeah, that's the exciting part, the part where it all comes together. I like adding the colors, but I also like seeing the picture really come to life once you add in the black. Because before that, it's nice, all the colors, but it's not really speaking. It's still a bit flat. The moment you put in those black lines like there, it is just like, oh yes, thank you. I'll take it. It's beautiful. I think that's my favorite part, adding in the black and then seeing how it works out, how beautiful it becomes. I love it. There we go. Yeah, this is not, this is pretty, this color combo. Much better than dark brown, like really dark brown, like they told me to do. Like, no, I don't want it. Wallflower, yes. And then we need the black. Is this the same one as I just used? Let me check. It all sounds the same. Well, let's first test this one. And then if this one is too flowy, we'll take the other. Maybe it works better, I'm not sure. Let's just try it. I have no idea which one is the juicy one. This seems to be really juicy. Alright, let's check the other one. See how that one feels. They're getting low on ink, so it could be either one of them. I've got some new ones, but this might be the drier one of the two. So let's try this with her eyes and her lips. Ooh, that might be still wet. Yes, this seems like the least, how do you call it? The least wet one. so it's easier to make straight lines. Oei, oei, oei. I think I want to remove that line with the white paint pen in a second, because it looks as if she's got like this tiny teeth on the front. It looks weird. Oh my god. And I also don't like that there isn't a nostril or something over there, so I just add one in. I don't care that there isn't supposed to be one, I just add it in, because I think it looks better. I really need to focus for this, so I'm sorry that I'm not talking. I just forget to talk when I'm focus face. So I hope you don't mind. Oh yeah, beautiful. So pretty. But I also made a line underneath, so let me pull that through. Yeah, better. That fixed it. But her lips also don't have lines. Do I like it? I'm not sure. Let's first finish everything else before I decide to put a line on her lips. Yeah, this is the pen that is less juicy. Less paint coming out. So it's easier to make the lines I want. And then later, once I've done this, I can take the other one and fill it in. So I'm just gonna make lines that I can fill in later. As you can tell, these lines are really chunky for him. That's a chunky one. This is what usually takes the most time. On this one it's still quite easy, but on the other book the lines are much smaller, so it's a lot more difficult to do. and it usually takes about an hour or so to put in all the lines, then it's like a lot of time. For this one it might be less, I'm not sure, never tested it, never timed myself, let's say it like that. I usually just color, I don't pay attention to the clock while I'm doing it. Usually when I'm taking like a little drinking break, that's when I usually check the clock, how late is it. That's why I roughly know how long it takes, but not exactly. Total silence. So which movie is your favorite of the Disney classics? Or maybe you've got a new one, a new movie that you really like, one of the newer ones like Wish or Encanto. Maybe you like that one with Mirabelle. Yep, one smooth line. I like it when the line is perfect in one go. Sometimes it just flows, you know? Like, yay, one go, done. Then I still believe it's possible that my hand will be back to how it used to be. That I was having like really steady hands. Like really steady. It requires a lot of focus. But before, that was like my normal, you know, that's how I always was. Really stable. It's nice to see that it's still possible. It's not straight. Come on. The struggle is real, huh? To make it nice and straight. Oh my god, I did it again. I went over the line a little bit. That's the difficult part with lines. It's so noticeable if you make a wrong move. Don't like it. It's mainly because they're so thick that I've got more issues, because if it's just one line, I usually am okay. But with multiple times, there's more room for error for me. This is the one I painted over by accident. Not anymore. And this one. Painted over this one as well. Damn it, come on. Please. Yeah, I'm gonna move the book once I've done that one. This one is not a straight line, only till here. Nee, spook. It's okay. Not perfect, but okay. Let's move it. Let's do a little bit of this. Nice straight line. That went quite smooth. There we go. That went quite smooth as well. Nee. Nee, lieverd. She's making me nervous by meowing. I'm afraid she will jump up and ruin it. I'm not sure what she wants. Maybe she just wants to have some attention, some cuddles. She will get plenty once I'm done. Oh, I messed this up. Let's fix that. This is the difficult part for me. Making all the lines. As you can imagine, this is not the easiest. Next one. Nee, lieverd. I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna have a cuddle session. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, she just wanted some cuddles. So I took my time. But I'm back. Hopefully there was enough cuddles. I don't like it that this is not a complete line. There we go. Let's just change that up while we're at it. This has dried up by now, so we will just continue where I left off. These black lines are really thick, which I like a lot less. These are better. That's the look I prefer. But yeah, my princess book is more of these lines, and this book is really more of the thick lines, which makes it easier for some people. But for me, this actually makes it harder because I've got to go over the black lines more often. And I don't like it. Some people do, but I don't. There's a hair on it. From my cuddling session, probably. So yeah, let me know what your favorite mystery Disney book is, if you've got many. Which one is your favorite and why? Is it like it has a lot of princesses, or do you like Lion King, or what do you like? It's the one you would recommend for me if you know I like the princesses, for instance. I might buy the bigger nibs for the bigger size. For the colors that I use the most, I might consider buying a medium nib paint pen to fill in the larger background areas, for instance, because there are a lot of those big ones. And filling that in with these pens can be a bit difficult, you know. You keep pumping and you keep going. With the big ones, you have way more surface. Like I've got a chunky one of the black. You see, this is a medium. See, difference? It's huge. So yeah, I've got one for the black, but I don't have one for the colors. So I might consider buying one of those once I've got more of an idea which ones I run out of the most, because then I want to have one of those colors. If I can get them separately at least, then that might be an option as well, to buy both medium and smalls of those. Not all of them, just the ones that I use a lot. That are used a lot in the background, for instance. I can check that because I've got them all written down underneath the pages, so I can just check mark like, okay, this one had a lot of this. Like do it that way, or I just look by eye which ones were the most used. They are probably also the one that get empty the first, because I don't have any empty ones just yet. But my black was running out, so I did buy some black to have them spare, because they are used on every page. So yeah, they go fast. But I've done quite some pages and it's still not empty. So yeah, I do use 2 pens of the small one. So yeah, basically you have to count for 2 pens. But they are not empty yet. They're both still working perfectly fine. Oh, running out of paint. All of a sudden it stopped. Like, yeah, I had enough. No more. I agree, no more, but we need to finish, please. Do some more, please. Now you see it has a lot more paint. It was just, it just needed a little bit of pumping. They also make these pens with brush markers with a brush pen. They've got a few of the colors in a brush pen. So I will consider them maybe. I'm not sure if they are nice. So if you've used the brush pen of the Thule Art, let me know if they are any good. If they're nice, if they're flexible, or if they're way too squishy, or, you know, can you make like thin lines and thick lines with them? Or is it just like big lines? That's what I would like to know. Because if they're only having thick lines, then yeah, I'm not sure if I want them then. Yeah, maybe for the big areas, to fill in big spots, but if you can do both with them, that would be perfect. Then you don't need an extra fine, a medium, and la di da la. Then you only need maybe one. That's why I chose the fine, because then at least I can use it on any page, whether it's big or small. But that's also probably why I have to clean the tips a lot, because they're small and they clog up easily because of it. But the way I show them how I work with them, it does help for them not to clog up. I haven't had one clog up after I've done this, the cleaning bits in before using and after using. Before I didn't do that. I only cleaned them after I used them and not before I started. And I found that the dried up bits on the pen, they just become clunkier and clunkier. And that's why the pen wasn't working at some point. I was like, maybe, just maybe I should clean it before and after. And that worked for me. I've had no clogged up pens since that point. That's good. That's a lot of ink. I'm off screen, am I? Yes, I am. I'm sorry about that. I was focus face again. That probably will happen a few more times once before we finish. That's the only downside of doing this as a color along kind of video, that once I start this phase of the page, I'm like basically mute. I'm talking much less. So maybe that's why it's not a good idea to do the black lines on camera. Maybe I should just leave it with the colors and then do this off screen. But just let me know if you like watching me struggle with these black lines. Or did you say, no, it's okay if you just skip forward and it's finished. That's okay too, but I'm not sure what people like. I have no idea. So let me know if this is something you like to watch. Because if you don't, then there's a lot of trouble for nothing. Oh, you know what I mean. I love doing this, but yeah, talking and focusing is sometimes difficult. I recently started a journal for my coloring, where I can write down each day what I do, what I worked on, what I used, that kind of thing. My body colors, my hashtags that I follow, which pages I'm planning to do, those kind of things. And then I had this idea of making a statistic sheet in the back of all my books in categories, and do the same as what Celia did for her mystery books. Make like pages with blocks for the amount of pages that I have in each category of books, and then mark them off as I do them. Just for statistics, you know, because I like it. But yeah, I have not yet done it. I did actually write them down in categories, and written down how many pages each book has, and then I added them all up. And well, there were 44 books in my stash, and in total they had 2,831 pages in total. Yeah, that's quite a lot. If you think of it that way, it's a lot. Because if I say, oh, I've got 44 books, it's not that much for most people. For me it is, but for most people it's like, oh, that's a tiny stash, you know, that's cute. Probably after so many years of coloring, you might have a huge stash, you know, of like 100, 200, or even 300, or maybe even more than that, you know, I don't know. I've never used coloring books before this year. Well, that's not entirely true, because my first book I bought was in 2023, but I barely colored in it. And then I bought 2 more in 2024. And then this year I bought like a whole bunch. So I had only 3 books before that point. But they were just easy, simple Amazon paper books. 1 of Hannah Lynn and 2 from Randall Spengler. But yeah, that was around the time when I only was able to color with markers. So that was just nice and quick and easy coloring. But even then I had a lot of trouble even doing that. And now I have all the options. Every book, whether it's single-sided or not, I can color it again. So yeah, a whole new world of coloring books. I love them. These are probably still my favorite, these books, the mystery books. Even after having so many cute ones, like the Japanese Tokumeki series. I love those books. But I think this still wins. It's Disney. Disney can't be beaten for me. I wouldn't want just a normal book with like normal coloring pages. That would be boring for me. But this mystery book style, yes, I love it. If I do a mystery, it has to be Disney, because I don't like it if it's something else. I don't like those landscapes and bleh. No, don't like it. It has to be something you love, what is coming out of it. And this I most definitely love. Okay, let's switch it again. Position. Yeah, I think we're doing great. I think I'm gonna make it. I am tired, but not too tired to finish this. I can still make it work. Otherwise I would have just stopped, you know. I wouldn't go on and struggle. It has to be fun, and it still is. So yeah, I love her dress. I just love this entire scene. I wasn't a huge fan of the Beauty and the Beast remake, the live action one. I thought it was a bit too realistic with all the wigs. No, no, Spooky, no. Please don't come closer. Nee. Dangerous. She's so close. Nee. Oh, a jump. Oh, wow. She made a gazelle jump over my book. Wow. That's the first one. She never did that before. That made my heart beat twice as fast. Oh, God. Yeah. There was no need to be nervous about that. Oh. I think that should be white. I'm leaving it white. I'm not sure if it has to be white, but I'll leave it white. It looks good. But yeah, I usually take about 2 times 2 hours, so around 4 hours for each page. I haven't done any doubles yet because these books don't have any doubles. So I have got no idea how long that would take me. Probably twice as long, don't you think? Yeah, probably. But yeah, roughly 4 hours is definitely what you will use for making one of these pages like I just did. So if you want to try one, then you know how long it might take you as well. Maybe you're a lot faster than me. Oh my god, did you see that? I messed it up. That's not even a little bit out of... Let me just... Hold up. I'm gonna fix that once it's dry. I can't stand it. That we will color over that. That's too much. Can't fill that all up, can I? Would that look stupid? Let me try. No, it doesn't look stupid. Let's leave it. Saved by the black. It's not too bad. Sometimes you still mess things up, no matter how careful you try to be. It was because of the rounding of the book that my pen flipped away. It's still difficult making all these lines so straight. I like how it looks, you know, afterwards, but doing these lines can be a pain. It's still okay, but it takes so much focus and coordination that makes me tired, unfortunately. So if I would have been too tired to do them right now, then I would have just put it aside and would have done the line work the day after, just the line work, and finish it then, because you don't want to rush this, because if you do, it gets messy, and that's not good. Move it again. Yeah, it's safe. There we go. Oh yeah. I like it. And come on. It's still painting, but I get the feeling that it's not flowing as well. It's still going. And I don't want to pump it because then it gets too much flow. Just go over it a few times. It still looks fine, even though it has less paint coming out. Let me just wipe it off. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, it's really dry. Okay, let's pump it anyway. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. It was just too dry. So I cleaned it and pumped it a little bit. And then we got this juiciness. It's not too juicy, but it's nice and wet. Yeah, I actually picked this page because of Color the Fairy Tales hashtag by Jordy Colors, I believe. And I couldn't resist doing Beauty and the Beast, of course, in this book because it's my favorite movie. So I had to do one. I actually tried to keep them, to savor them for when I have a tough day or a down day, and then I can color it to make me smile. But yeah, I make an exception for this hashtag, for this prompt, or what you call it, this month's topic. I can't just not color Beauty and the Beast if it's finally called, you know, as a fairy tale. So yeah, that was a good excuse to pick one. Like, yay, we can finally do one. I hadn't done one in this book yet of her. Okay, let me wipe it off. And then let's check if I missed something. Does it look weird without lines on her lips? The white bit, I hate it. It's like a tooth. It needs fixing. Okay, let's do that at least. Let's put these black ones back where they belong. Let's take a white one. Come on. It's stuck. It doesn't want to activate. Yes. Oh, that took some effort. Oh, that's just some junk on the page. It needs a little bit more shaking. Let me see. No, it looks good. Okay, let's wipe it. The last bits. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's remove that tooth. I'm just gonna fill in most of it. Otherwise it looks a bit weird. That's better. And I'm also gonna remove this, because I don't like it. It's only small areas where it is white, so I don't mind painting over it with just one layer. I might have to fix that a little bit. Just add in a little bit of white there, so it doesn't show that it's a little bit of a different shade. And that's it, that's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, a little bit of black it needs. It needs a little bit of black. Just a tiny bit of black to fix this. Yes, that's it. No more! It is done! Oh yeah. How wonderful is this? It looks so pretty. And it's also matte paint. You see, it doesn't shine, which I like because I hate it when things shine. It only shines a little bit when you do like this. Look how wonderful. Let me zoom you in. Ooh. Perfect. And him. Now you can see the shine of the black, see? But like this, look at that. Oh yeah, close up. Here you can see all the colors I've used, in case you also want to use them. So yeah, that's the end of this color along. I hope you enjoyed seeing this, and let me know what you think, because I'm curious if people like this. So yes, let me know. So thank you for watching. And in case you made it to the end, leave any emoji, something to do with Beauty and the Beast, the rose maybe. I want to know if somebody watched all of this all the way till the end. I'm curious. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!